Today we're exploring Philae Temple, the ancient sanctuary saved from the rising waters of the Nile, and the Unfinished Obelisk, a massive monument frozen mid-creation. Two sites, one story, rescue and creation. This is Heidi. Welcome to my channel. We're on day 11 of our 15-day Egypt adventure, and this is our last day exploring incredible sites in Aswan. Philae doesn't begin with the temple, it begins right here at the dock. A quiet stretch of the Nile that looks ordinary, but it's the starting point for one of Egypt's greatest rescue stories. From this spot, thousands of visitors board small boats every day, just like the teams who once came here to save an entire ancient temple from disappearing beneath the water. As the boat pulls away, the Nile opens up around you. The ride is peaceful, but the history beneath these waters is anything but. The original Philae Island lies down there, completely submerged after the construction of the Aswan High Dam. For decades, the temple stood half-drowned, its carvings darkened by silt and rising water. And then, in one of the most ambitious archaeological efforts ever attempted, engineers built a massive cofferdam, drained the river, and moved the entire complex, stone by stone, to higher ground. More than 40,000 blocks were cataloged, lifted, and rebuilt on this new island. As you approach the shoreline, the columns of Philae come into view. It feels ancient, timeless, but where it stands today is a miracle of modern engineering. This is Philae Temple, reborn, relocated, and rescued from the Nile. When you reach the front of Philae, you'll notice something unusual. The right side of the facade is smooth and beautifully carved, while the left side looks rough and scraped. This isn't damage from the relocation, it's much older. When Philae was converted into a Christian site in the 6th century, worshippers chiseled away the faces and symbols of the Egyptian gods on the sections they used. They didn't deface the entire temple, only the areas that became part of their church. So one side remains perfectly preserved and the other carries the scars of Egypt's changing religions. Stepping into the courtyard of Philae feels like entering a stage where centuries of devotion played out in the open air. The columns rise around you like an audience, each one carved with scenes of Isis, Horus, and the rituals once performed here. This was the heart of the temple complex, the gathering space, where worshippers prepared before entering the inner sanctuaries. Standing here today, surrounded by columns and open sky, you get a sense of how alive this temple once was, and how remarkable it is that it was saved, moved, and rebuilt so we can walk through it now.
Now we are going inside the church. Coptic church. Coptic church. Cross. That's the cross. And everywhere. Let's go.
As we step inside, we're actually entering what became a Christian church. After pagan worship was banned in the 6th century, Philae was converted into a Coptic space, and you can still see their mark right here. When worship here shifted in the 6th century, Coptic Christians carved their cross directly into the ancient stone. Each arm represents one of the 4 gospel writers, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The 3 segments on each side symbolize the 12 apostles. And around these crosses, you'll notice the carvings of Egyptian gods have been scraped away. That wasn't erosion, it was intentional. It tells the story of how this ancient Egyptian temple was transformed and reused by a completely different faith centuries after it was built.
Here, Isis, she's protecting her husband. Can you see? Why? Because his brother cut him into pieces. Do you remember?
Oh, right.
So he's Isis. She's a goddess of protection also. She's protecting her husband. You know?
And that's Osiris, right?
Exactly. And here, guys, this is the only mention. The only mention of Cleopatra number 7. She's Cleopatra number 7. Guys, and this baby, and he's a big baby. His name is Caesarean. Do you know that? Why they call it Caesarean operation?
Because they had to cut.
Because the first woman in human history made this kind of operation was Cleopatra. And the Egyptian doctors opened her stomach and made her son outside. For that reason, the name of this operation was the name of this baby up to now. Caesarean operation, because of this baby is the first one that was delivered by this kind of operation.
Wow.
Okay? And here, she's giving him her milk.
Outside again, the scale of the rescue becomes clear. The edges of the island show where engineers built a massive coffer dam to hold back the Nile. The temple looks ancient, timeless, but where it stands today is a miracle of modern engineering. Philae is both an ancient sanctuary and a modern triumph. A place saved by people who refuse to let history sink beneath the water. From Philae's story of rescue, we come to a place that reveals the other side of Egypt's genius. Not what they saved, but how they built. Have you ever wondered how ancient Egypt built and transported these colossal obelisks? The answer lies here in the unfinished obelisk in the granite quarries of Aswan, still attached to the bedrock, frozen in the middle of creation. It's the largest obelisk the ancient Egyptians ever attempted, and it would have stood over 100 feet tall if it had been completed. This obelisk is widely believed to have been commissioned by Queen Hatshepsut and intended to be transported down the Nile to the Karnak Temple complex in Luxor. Today, the quarry is preserved as a protected archaeological site and an open-air museum. Visitors can walk along purpose-built wooden walkways directly above and around the massive monolith to view the dramatic crack that halted construction.
Holes. I mean, if you look here, you'll see small hole. Can you see the holes? Can you see small holes? Can you see the holes? Right? So from here they cut one. From here they cut one. You got my point? From here they got one. So everywhere you go, once you go up, you try to look. I need you to look. Mashi? You will see holes like that.
Yes.
They are the holes they made to extract the piece of the obelisk.
Break it off.
You got it? Exactly. I will show it to you again, but I wanted to tell you that here too.
When you first walk up to it, the scale is overwhelming. The obelisk fills the entire trench, carved directly out of the living rock. There's no separate block, no quarry pit. The Egyptians carved obelisks horizontally, shaping them from the earth itself before standing them upright.
Look at the hole you need to track the body of the obelisk.
That's crazy, Sam. Those little stair steps that they were walking on. Oh, wow. Look at that.
42 meters high. 1,100. Yes, 42 meters high.
Those square holes cut into the granite? They're not random. They're the marks left by workers using dolerite pounding stones, harder than granite, to chip away the surface. Each square cut shows where teams of workers removed stone in a controlled pattern, slowly shaping the obelisk's sides. But then, something went wrong. A long crack runs through the granite, deep enough to make the entire monument unusable. The moment that crack appeared, the project stopped. The workers walked away, leaving behind a perfect snapshot of ancient engineering, a monument mid-creation, showing every step of the process. It's rare to see ancient work unfinished, but here, the failure is the treasure. It's the only place in Egypt where you can see exactly how obelisks were carved.
But after that, this one happened. Can you see this one? After this one, this crack, exactly, sir. They said too much. This size couldn't be done.
Yes.
Then they called Hatshepsut, and she told them, okay, leave it here and make another two. I will take you to see from where they cut the obelisks that we saw in Karnak. So those
It's really cool that they could have used this granite.
Philae shows us what Egypt saved, a temple rescued stone by stone from rising waters. The Unfinished Obelisk shows us how Egypt built the raw physical process behind the monuments that define this civilization. Together, these two places tell a story of devotion, engineering, and determination. A temple reborn, a monument abandoned, and both preserved so we can stand here today, looking at the past exactly where the ancient world left it.
rocks and sand we use inside the body, guys. Can you see? Different types of rocks and sand. Can you see? Look at this number, guys. 43 million. Can you see? Can you see, guys? 43 million meter of sand, rocks. For that reason, as I told you before, that this dam equals how many times? 17 times the Big Pyramid in Giza. It's a challenge against the nature, that's true. It's a challenge against the nature, that's true.
Thanks for joining me on this journey through Egypt's layers, its temples, its stories, and the incredible people who shaped them. There's so much more in store as we head back to Cairo.